Welcome to Clarkston, Georgia. A sleepy southern town of 7,000, Clarkston may not look like much from the outside. But if you are out at Halal Pizza and Cafe on a Sunday afternoon, you might think otherwise. It's a Sunday afternoon, and the cafe is packed with soccer fans watching the last game of Euro Cup 2008. And although thousands of miles away from home, on a Sunday afternoon, home looks just the same. Nothing else matters but soccer.
Today, the game is really good, and we watched it, and I was supporting Spain, and I'm so glad we win.
Yeah, we were supporting Germany, but we lost. What else you want?
Who you support?
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I used to live in Germany long time ago.
I think the game is interesting because it's. I think the soccer game is the only kind of sports that African people can identify with, since it is the only kind of sport played in their home country. So that's why you see young men who are mostly from East African region watching this game.
Think about the game.
I really don't know what to say. I honestly don't know. The game did not turn out to be the way I expected.
So, who are you supporting?
Germany, Deutschland.
Why?
I thought Germany was a better team as far as history. They have won 3 European title and 3 World Cup.
The best game ever.
What do you think about the game?
This is the best game since 1944. Come on, it took the second time. I think this is the
So who are you supporting?
Spain all day, every day.
So what do you think about the game,
I think it was a very spectacular game due to the Spain. Spain, as you know, most of the Somalian, Oromo, African, European, any soccer-loving people will love the Spain to be win, and that's what happened today.
Okay, Fuad, what do you think about the game today?
Well, it's perfect today, man. I'm so glad we win Spain, and they're waiting for 42 years. Long time ago, and they did a good job, and they're playing good, and I hope they do the same thing. But I'm support of France, but anyway, they lose the game. However, we're going to see the next year.
In the 1990s, Clarkston was chosen by resettlement agencies as an ideal place to relocate refugees because of its warm weather, proximity to jobs in Atlanta, access to public transportation, and abundance of underpopulated apartments. Today, Clarkston is home to the highest concentration of African and European immigrants in Georgia, as well as the second highest concentration of Asian immigrants. It is also home to one of the largest East African communities in the United States.
adiga waan ku daryeelaya jacaylka waan wow dadaalaya dibadda waan u diidaya naftayda waan la doodaya hadalka waan daboolaya dibadda waan u diidaya adiga waan ku daryeelaya jacaylka waan wow dadaalaya dabacsanantaan u diidaya sidan kaaga daba dhacay adna igu daba dhacay adna igu duubnow doqon iga nasiifo.
The community is made up of refugees from Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea, Kenya, and Uganda, among others. And together, they help make Atlanta an international city.
Hello, my name is Abdulsak Abu Bakr from Medina Restaurant. Medina is located in the heart of Stone Mountain, 5291. It's one of the well-known restaurants around this area. Mostly, basically, what it covers is ethnic food from East Africa, like mostly basically Somali and Ethiopians. What we do here is international food, and we try basically to attract the community who may be missing home or want to test, some of the background and back home food. Like this example of this dish is called Oromo Combo. It's a combination of some Somali dishes and some Ethiopian dish like Anjera, which is made ingredients of teff. We got here goat meat, fried well done goat meat. We got rice with beef.
But the move to America comes with many of its own challenges. Life in the U.S. is not the same as life in Africa. Different standards of education, childcare, nutrition, and healthcare make the transition difficult. And for refugees thrown into the hustle and bustle of Metro Atlanta, a familiar voice once a week is a blessing in disguise. Meet Hussien Mohamed. Hussien came as a refugee from Ethiopia in the early 80s. Concerned about his mother, who refused to see a doctor for the cataracts in her eyes, Hussien set out on a mission to help his fellow refugees overcome language and cultural barriers that were affecting their quality of life in America.
In the year 1998, I was working for DeKalb County and Atlanta Regional Commission. They were doing some kind of focus group within the community to find out in year 2020 what the community in Atlanta area looked like. In that focus group, I find out most of the people we met with don't have access to the information. So the community we were meeting with, like Ethiopian, Somalian, Bosnian, and you name it, different community group. And a couple of us immigrants get together and did Somali radio program to begin with. And then from that, we find out a lot of people need access to the information. That's how we start adding different languages to Sagal radio. Now we have, we're broadcasting in 5 languages. And English, Somali, Amharic, Afan Oromo, and Swahili. Those are the language we broadcast with. Every day there is a need of information in the community. Now we're only doing Saturday and Sunday radio program. As our funding allows us, and we will add another language, and also we add another hours to the radio program, maybe like weekdays. That's a little story about Sagal Radio.
Today, Sagal Radio broadcasts every weekend on AM 1420 in 5 different languages: Somali, Amharic, Swahili, Afan Oromo, and English. Programming includes national and international news, citizenship, job placement, housing, transportation, financial advice, and health and safety issues, bringing American culture closer to immigrants in broadcasts on Saturday and Sunday.
Hamjambo wasikilizaji wa Sagal Radio. Huyu ni yule Dorobo kutoka Laikipia, Yan Mikihara, akimletea kipindi toka studios WTB 1420.
The other thing is health issue. For example, most of immigrants when they come to the area, all they're talking about is when they get sick, they go to the doctor. Maybe we inform them how to be better and getting checked by the doctor before you get sick, preventive health. And we bring a doctor in our studio who speak their language, who can tell them in a health issue that related to that community. That's the kind of program we talk about most of the time.
Good afternoon, listeners. This is a Sagal radio program in English, and here in the studio is Naomi Kihara. Normally we are with Anna Bakshiba and Reggie Hill, and they are not with us today. Anna Bakshiba went to the University of Georgia, Athens, and Reggie is back in Florida, but they will be with us probably next week. This is again Sagal radio program, African Weekend, and I am your host, Naomi Kihara, and we will shortly give you some music, and then after that we will go to Allegra, Focus on Africa from BBC.
I think that every community needs information, because information is knowledge, information is wealth, and information allows most communities to be able to better organize themselves with their survival. Sagal radio is a necessity in the African community in terms of the gathering of information, dissemination of information, and I think that the more of it, the better for the community. Thank you.
Do you listen to Sagal radio?
Yeah.
You do? Why do you listen to it?
Because broadcast in my language and broadcast in Somalian culture and regular community service. Broadcast in health, the legal of the United States, and immigration, all this stuff. So it's very interesting radio. I listen because of their program. They got Somalian culture, music, and community service, like health and legal, all the kind of things that we need to know about the United States. They broadcast it in my language, so it's very interesting radio.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, I do. I do listen to it a lot every weekend. Yeah, it's just community information, That's where I get, from a lot. Yeah, I live in very far away from here, but I come, to work here on my sewing stuff, helping community, I'm very inexpensive to tell everybody.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I listen to Sagal radio. It's good radio. They have a good program like education, health. Also, a lot of people they listen. It's one of the top radio we have.
Do you listen to Sagal radio?
Yes, I do. I mean, we listen most of the time. We get the information about the business, about community and politics. We listen a lot of different ways.
Do you think that Sagal radio is having a positive effect in the community?
Yes, I do. It's a positive radio, service. We didn't see any problem. We enjoy it to listen.
I am with All Country and Travel, and I'm out of USA in Clarkston, Georgia. I frequently listen when I have time to Sagal radio. It has been a very, very productive and very informative radio station in the community. Considering that it is the only radio station now that people listen to over the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesdays mostly. It seems it's the only way we can bridge to our back home information, and information within the city about weddings, burials, and birthdays, and all that. It's kind of get-together thing we get on the radio, and we are very appreciative of that. And we're looking forward to have Sagal Radio for a long time to come.
The communication and the community people.
Sagal Radio is the only source of information for the community. In fact, it enlivened it and gave a lot of information to the immigrant community, especially Somalis who speak in Somali. And it's actually, they do broadcast multiple languages, but Somali is the main thing. There's, especially the elderly people, the source that, is the only place that inform them in terms of health, in terms of legal aspects, in terms of their immigration status, what they need, what they have to know, the public safety. So it is really the backbone of the community. And we are delighted to have it here. It's been there so long, and it is still a cornerstone of the community, and we always like to increase, the capability and the information they give it to us. And we never miss listening to the radio. Every week, when it's on, because there are a lot of people who don't actually speak English or do understand the media, the public media. So this Sagal Radio is the only source that translates them and really gives them, the right information they need in terms of everything that's happening in the community. Sometimes even they do translate, official documents like what the public safety needs for emergency types. So they do broadcast that, what everybody has to know in terms of if there's a disaster comes in, if what the public, safety expects to them, what the police expects to them. And they do invite a lot of people that from the county that have, information that this, community needs it. And based on that information, Sagal Radio won't stay in business for so long if it's not giving, a reliable and, information that's needed by the community.
Through its collaboration with Emory's Office of University Community Partnerships, Sagal Radio is part of Hear Me, or Health Education via Airwaves for Refugees, a program aimed at disseminating health information through dramas and skits broadcast in refugees' native languages.
So Emory's involved with Sagal Radio in a partnership for Hear Me to help engage Emory's intellectual resources, its students and its faculty, in service that benefits the refugee community. So we hope that by building the Hear Me radio programs and the recording studio, this will provide our students with opportunities to learn about ethnic journalism, about global health and international health, and ways they can connect their classroom work to doing good in the community now as students and then beyond as they're engaged in their professional careers. And so we're really excited about the possibilities that the project offers and excited about partnering with an organization that we've been working with since 2003 when we helped Sagal Radio become a nonprofit organization.
In the upcoming years, Sagal hopes to be a voice not only to the people of Clarkston, but to East Africans all over the world. Through their new and updated website, Sagal now broadcasts over the internet and is currently expanding its listening capabilities. In the future, their goal is to be able to pay their staff and expand their broadcasting to 7 days a week. They also hope to one day become the radio station all immigrants turn to for community education and beyond.
tahay in badan baan ka aamustahayoon afka ka baqayay ma ogtahay in badan baan ka aamusnaayoon afka kala baqayay ma ogtahay
Clarkston, Georgia is a place of many faces, many languages, and many stories. War and hardship have torn old communities apart, while on the other side of the world, the trials of a new language and culture have brought them together again. A new life in America may be difficult, but one thing's for certain. The people of Clarkston are always grateful to be able to share a piece of their community with you.
sidan abbaha dilayay udahayga roganidi malkayga malkayga ugu kula midane sidan abbaha dilayay udahayga roganidi malkayga